kind of beefed up a lot of just kind of like the risk mitigation sector of parts of the course and stuff for people, because if we don't hit people over the head with the hammer with this stuff, they don't pay attention to it. Like one thing notoriously that me and Charlie have always found kind of like, it kind of bugged us a little bit, honestly, in the background, was like we like one of like we've always had for the longest time, maybe maybe not the first two courses, but especially after like the first three courses, we always had like a risk mitigation webinar to make sure, hey, don't do this dumb stuff, don't do this right here, don't over leverage. It was almost like a personal finance class in a way, just to kind of bring everyone's level up to snuff. And it was notoriously, like, in the back end, one of the lowest viewed ones, because people would skip it all the time. So we've kind of sprinkled that a little bit more throughout a lot of the webinars, as well as kind of, move things around in terms of the order of operations of like where it's going to be presented to you guys, because we're going to forcefully make some of you guys watch it, because like, because obviously there's not everybody, but there's like, just like in everything in percentages, there's like a 5% of the course and stuff who just don't heed the warnings and do dumb stuff where they could have very easily avoided that, basically.
Yeah. So we highly recommend watching those. I mean, yeah, like there's people that we know better, right?
Yeah.
That we've said these things and they just like lackadaisically ignored some of that information in the webinars. So like, I would say, we're just going to highlight that, but we're also going to highlight it with a risk management professional,
Right.
And we're going to go deep in it. We're not just going to go into, I think there's some, there's always a mixture of people who are beginners and intermediate and advanced, right? So we're going to go in all levels, beginner, intermediate, advanced. And actually, we've been planning out the webinars and when we're going to have them and which ones and all that stuff. And we're like, we actually have more webinars in terms of content right now than we're able to pack into the days that we have. So, we may give you guys some bonus ones as well. No guarantee on that, but we're going to try to pack as much from the intermediate and advanced sections as well for you guys to kind of take, because like, I think in the first like 3 to 4 crypto mindset courses, we're like, okay, we need to get everybody to a certain level first, right? So we got to go through the basics, right? And then, okay, now everybody's kind of the basics. They're like, give me the advanced stuff. Like, okay, bros, like we'll give you intermediate, and then like we go there. And then now we're getting some people who have been taking every course since the beginning, first 2 or 3 of them. So they've taken like 5 or 6 courses, right? They're like, I want the advanced stuff. I want the advanced stuff. So we're going to bring, like not only like some shakeup on these different topics, but then we're also going to go in depth as well.
Correct. Yeah. And then almost pretty much this course around, there's a lot of updated. I mean, every course, like people are quite surprised by this, but like every course that we've kind of put out, a radical amount of information just changes. So the reason we do it on a quarterly basis, the whole market changes. This, I mean, this is kind of a joke we used to say back in the day, but like every 10 years in 1 year in crypto is 10 years in equities, in terms of how much news and how much things are changing and stuff and how much the technology is advancing. So the reason we do it every quarter is in order just to mash up all that information and kind of bring you out the most up-to-date information on top of that, as well as what we're kind of feeling currently towards these things, and whether it's a yay or nay in terms of the project, as well as, we're going to have an entire crypto webinar on Santa Claus's list, crypto coin list of basically the coins that we think that are actually going to make it towards it, as well as like a lot of other webinars in terms of just what we think are probably the best buying opportunities for some of these coins, in which, hey, let's keep watching them, but it's not now. We have to watch Bitcoin, Ethereum, and maybe like a Hex and stuff, because in terms of opportunities, and there's many more things we're going to be talking about during the course.
Man, like any of you hexicans, pulsicans, or people just who like to make money out there, I think the some of the stuff we're going to talk about in the Hex Pulse webinars is going to be stuff that I'm pretty sure you haven't seen this much depth on anywhere on YouTube. That I'll say that much. And we've been getting some requests for people about this type of subject here and there, but not like the whole subject, but like parts of it. And we're going to bring it all together for you guys. So that one's going to be really fun.
There's no course in the world that talks about